Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hope this thing doesn't start doing this all night again. Okay. It's just me and my mom is in here. Say hey.
Hey.
Hold the mic up when you say hey.
Hey.
Oh Lord, y'all know getting my mama to participate is like herding cats.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is. It is, y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all. I want to start off with something funny. Yo, guess what? Everybody's clowning Omarion down here because they say he has gynecomastia. This is not funny, but it is. Y'all watch this.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby.
Come on, cat. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my Lord Jesus, y'all. Bye, Omarion. Bye. Go get that checked out and stop taking all that testosterone down there, because you know when you take too much testosterone and your body can't synthesize all of it, it turns it into estrogen, and that's how you end up with those male breasts that you got up down there, okay? So stop shooting yourself with so much testosterone. It doesn't matter how much testosterone you shoot inside you. It's not going to make you hump any better, okay? Okay. Bye, Omarion. Lord Jesus the life. Y'all, a Delta Airlines flight from somewhere to somewhere did some crazy ass stuff. Y'all, let me read this, y'all. It says Delta passengers flying from Mexico to Atlanta held on plane overnight in Alabama airport terminal. Oh, okay. I misread this at first. I thought they were saying that they kept the people on the plane overnight. I was gonna be like, dang, because I was thinking that because of customs, like they can't let them off the plane because somebody might escape through the terminal and leave and end up in the country and they ain't been verified yet or whatever. I don't know. It says after being confined inside two planes. Well, okay, now it's back saying they in the plane again. It says after being confined inside two planes on the Montgomery tarmac overnight on Thursday, nearly 300 passengers flying out of Mexico were able to reach their intended Atlanta destination on early Friday morning. I want to know, why was this plane just sitting on the tarmac overnight in Montgomery? There's already nothing to do there. Now you stuck on a plane overnight? Lord, it's nothing even to look at. I mean, you just sitting there, Lord. It says Boston's Lauren Forbes was bound for a layover in Atlanta when their plane was diverted to Montgomery because of the inclement weather, she was told. And because the Montgomery Regional Airport doesn't have customs, passengers on the two diverted flights, Delta Flight 1828 from Cabo San Lucas and 599 from Mexico City, were forced to remain inside the planes overnight. Dang. Montgomery, I'm going to need y'all to upgrade y'all airport so that people can get off the plane. Lord have mercy, Jesus. It says, I guess the law is if there's no customs at the airport, you are literally stuck on that plane, Forbes told the publication. Why didn't y'all just take the plane to a hangar or something like that and let the people get off and, lock them inside the hangar? You know what I mean? Bring some cots in there. Don't let nobody out. Hire the police department for the night to make sure that people don't escape from the airport. I mean, Montgomery, y'all could have did better than that. For real. For real. Okay, you didn't want to let them in the terminal. Like I said, they don't want the people escaping because they don't know, nobody's been vetted yet. So, I mean, but y'all could have did better than this. This is outrageous.
They were prisoners?
No, my mama told me were they prisoners. Yeah, they were prisoners. Involuntarily. It says, so I just learned that today. It says the airline said that the Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport was not suitable because of storm conditions in that area, according to Forbes. Well, you know what? I guess that's another thing that was a factor. There was weather going on. So if there's weather going on, I mean, I guess they didn't want to put him inside the hangar in case a big gust of wind came and knocked the hangar down with all the people in it. Then they got another problem. Okay. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, it's a lot going on with this story, Delta. Delta, I'm going to need y'all to get y'all stuff together down there. Okay. Bye. Bye, Delta. Now, y'all know I love me some Delta Airlines. I'm just playing with them. But Montgomery Airport, y'all the ones who need to get the slam. Montgomery Airport, auto slam. Y'all need to get y'all stuff together up down here. Y'all, this is a very, very, very important story I'm about to tell y'all about right now. People want to talk about the treasury bonds and all this kind of stuff like that. Wait a minute, where is it? That's what does it say? It says the treasury, but I don't see the picture. Okay, y'all, I'm supposed to have a picture of the treasury department. There it is. All right, there's the picture of the treasury department. Now, I know the stock market been going crazy lately since Trump been in office. I'm going up and down thousands of points every day. Now, normally in a normal stabilized market, what happens is when there's stock market volatility going on, people turn to start buying gold and the U.S. bonds and stuff like that. But now it says the bond market is having a sell-off. Y'all, this is not good. This is the reason why Donald Trump put that 90-day pause on what's going on with the bonds and everything. I mean, with the tariffs and all of that, because the bond market started going crazy. Now, in case y'all don't know what bonds are what people and companies can buy to basically loan the country money. Okay? And, our credit rating right now is like an A++ or whatever. So, when the bond market goes crazy like this and people start trying to sell their bonds, but I'm trying to figure out if the United States is supposed to be so bad and people are selling off their bonds, who's buying them? Somebody has to see it as a deal. All right? It says the bond market sell-off is more worrisome than the one in stocks. And here's what to know. Y'all, I really want to go into this, so y'all just sit down and relax, because guess what? You need to know this stuff. This is part of the reason why I do good in crazy news, because a lot of my watchers don't know basic stuff. Guess what? And guess what? In this story, I'm going to be teaching myself something too. It says, United States government bonds are a unique type of financial asset, so free of risk and sought after, that they have long constituted the linchpin of many parts of the world's financial system. The credit worthiness of Washington and the strengths of the most powerful economy in the world make American bonds and notes so attractive to foreigners that they own nearly 1/3 of all outstanding treasuries. So like they said, basically it's an investment in the country. That's what people are buying, bonds. And normally they have a term like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years and stuff like that. Like when you buy a bond, it matures at a certain time, and then that's when you're able to cash it out. Now, I think you probably can cash out a bond early, but it's penalized, right? You used to work in the bank. You know about bonds, right? But so anyway, it says, so a recent sell-off in that section of the market has investors on edge. Over the last week, the 10-year Treasury bond note has added roughly 50 basis points, and some of the one-day moves for several bond maturities have been among the highest in decades, according to various reports. This is a quote from somebody, I don't know who's saying this. It says, I tell clients that we look at the bond market as a harbinger of economic anxiety, and that when the bond market speaks, the stock market reacts, said Vance Bars, the founder of the National Financial Advisory Company, your dedicated fiduciary. Remember I was telling y'all the other day about the stock market going down, and I was showing y'all since April 3rd it's been really down. Y'all can go back to the other day's show and look at that. I told y'all more volatility was coming, and this bond market thing is showing the same thing too. Stock market is about to take a major tumble. It says the typical investor focuses on the stock market, but the institutional investors look at bonds for a pulse on the market. Bond yields, which are rates, and prices move in opposite directions. So the recent sell-off has yields moving higher. Another way to think about that relationship, when bonds are more attractive, prices rise, and the issuer of the debt has less reason to entice investors by offering to pay them a higher interest rate. In contrast, in an environment like this one, the U.S. government and by extension taxpayers will have to pay more. So they're saying that we're going to have to pay more in taxes if these people keep selling their bonds. So y'all know I listened to the Reese Colbert show today, and she really tried to break it down for everybody to make it where everybody can understand what's going on. Y'all take a listen to Reese, my girl, and see what she had to say about what's going on with the bond market. Y'all listen to her.
Let's talk a little bit about what happened this week. So the stock market has been all over the place because of these tariff announcements and Donald Trump being unhinged. Mm-hmm. Typically, when the stock market is volatile, people tend to move their money into the bond market. because the bond market is typically considered more stable because the United States has an A+++ credit rating.
Right.
And so what people purchase, or entities, countries, businesses, whatever, they purchase US Treasury bonds, and they have varying, maturation dates or whatever. And so when people say that we owe money to China has a lot of debt, people say that they could call our debt. What they're referring to is they're referring to the fact that China owns US Treasury bonds. Okay. So that's how the bonds finance where we have less revenues compared to outlays, expenses. So these tax cuts that went to the wealthy have been financed by Treasury bonds, right? And so when people say that they can call our debt, they can't say, well, this bond that's supposed to, mature in
2040,
20 years.
2060. Right.
Yeah. They can't say pay it now. Like, there's sometimes like they can call your mortgage, or they can call this or whatever. There's certain kind of loans where they could say it's due immediately. Payment is due immediately in full. That's not how Treasury bonds work. However, when they say that they can call the Treasury bonds, what they're really saying is that they can sell the Treasury bonds, right? So when there are more treasury, when there's excess Treasury bonds for sale, that drives the price down, which means that the yield is an unfavorable yield. So now, in order to compensate they have to increase basically the rates. I'm trying to use names that, words that the average person can understand. So the rate on the bonds has to go up to attract more buyers.
Right. That
rate is kind of, in some ways, and I'm way overly simplifying it, but let's just say that rate, that yield, that is something that drives mortgages and credit card rates and car loans, things along that nature. So it has a ripple effect, because if the rates are so high, then everything else has to be high as well. So super, super oversimplifying. But my whole point is,
period. Pew, 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 pew. Y'all make sure y'all listen to Reese Cobra Show on Saturdays on channel 126 on XM Radio. It's the hottest daytime show on the weekends down there to the XM Radio. I love me some Reese, y'all. Even though sometimes she do get on my nerves. I'm just playing, girl. All right, y'all. Y'all heard what Reese had to say. So, she tried to break it down and make it plain for everybody so everybody can understand. So I hope y'all understood that. And y'all know what? Y'all know who get a slam in this? Donald Trump, because he just here to steal money and go. Buy Donald Trump again. Around the world, triple slam.
Oh, come on, cat.
Lord. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Y'all, it says up down here, it says Terrence Howard. Now, y'all know he got an auto slam the other day. Now, he back for more. And I think he's capping this time. He told us Terrence Howard admits how he blew his chance to date Beyonce. There was chemistry. Auto slam! You ain't dating nobody black or no proximity to blackness, Terrence Howard. So even if you had a chance, I don't believe you, because you probably wasn't looking to see if she was even paying attention to you anyway, because you don't like black girls. Okay. Y'all, it says Terrence Howard made headlines. Oh, and y'all, this come from TMZ. And y'all know what I think about TMZ.
But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
It says Terrence Howard made headlines after his explosive interview on Patrick Bet-David's PBD podcast, in which he discussed disgraced Bad Boys founder Sean Diddy Combs and their dark side of the entertainment industry. Before she was married to Jay-Z. Oh, wait, it says now another interview that he did several years back is making the rounds again. Oh, so this is old news. I'm so tired of TMZ. They always putting out old news. Lord. Nicki Minaj, where's Nicki Minaj at? Boy. They always putting out old news, y'all. Now, I don't believe none of this story. Bye, Terrence Howard. You know you don't have no chance with Beyonce, and if you did, you wouldn't recognize it any damn way, like I said. Y'all, the stupidest fight of the century is happening right now on the internet between Nick Fuentes and Jason Whitlock. Have y'all heard about this? It's so dumb. So the two most racist people on the planet besides Candace Owens, the most self-deprecating people that I know on the internet, which is Jason Whitlock and Candace Owens, and who's the other one? Byron Donalds. The list goes on and on because, all you got to do is hate on black people and they give you a platform. So basically, Nick Fuentes and Jason Whitlock is going back and forth over this nonsense, y'all. Let me see. What's down here? Wait, let me see. Who is it? What's that? Oh, that's Reese. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay, so I was watching this show, Indisputable. This is on the Young Turks, and this guy's name is Rashard Ritchie. Y'all should see him in real life and watch on the show. He's really handsome. Okay, so anyway, so here's part of the fight that they doing down there. First, the racist Nick Fuentes comes out against Jason Whitlock, calling him a token, which is totally true. Y'all watch this nonsense.
Hey, you are a token. Hey, Jason, you're a token. You are in conservative media as a black guy that can confer upon white people the dignity of not being called a racist for having their views. That's why you get paid. And that's why I don't, because I didn't have the privilege of being born black. I was born white. So there's a limit on what I can say. There's a limit on what I can say without being penalized in the so-called free marketplace of ideas. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows. And everybody's sick of it, especially in the conservative space, that blacks have had it easy.
Y'all, oh my God. Did y'all hear that? Oh, Lord. Now, a broken clock is right twice a day. This is one of the few times that Nick Fuentes finally said something right. Child, now, Jason Whitlock had to respond to this, y'all. Now, the reason why I have Richie up here, Rashard Ritchie up here, is because all of this footage I pulled from his show. All right, so he's about to read Jason Whitlock's response. Y'all, listen to this. You can't make this stuff up. Watch this.
I don't care what Nick Fuentes has to say about me. He can call me any name in the book, and he does. He calls your names out of the book, sir. I don't care what anybody says about me. This isn't me talking tough. This isn't me saying I have the thickest skin in the world. This is me submitting to my irrelevance, my lack of importance. This is me acknowledging who I am. I'm unimportant. What people think of me is unimportant. Sir, that's the truest damn thing you have said since you have graced the air. You are unimportant as hell. You are one of the most unimportant people I have ever spoken with. Fortunately, Fuentes is a little more unimportant than you.
Y'all. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Rashard Ritchie went off on Jason Whitlock. You should feel like a damn dummy, Jason. And you let Nick Fuentes get in your ass like that. That's crazy. Oh, Lord. Bye, Nick Fuentes and Jason Whitlock. Y'all both get a triple slam. Bye. Again. Lord have mercy, Jesus, Lord. Jesus, child. Two racist people fighting. That don't make no sense. A self-deprecating racist and an actual racist fighting each other online. Y'all need to stop. And I went to Jason Whitlock's page. He has over 600 and something thousand followers on his YouTube page, y'all. I don't see how that happened, but y'all make sure y'all like and share and subscribe to this channel. Wait, how come it's not? Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to this channel, y'all. Please. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord. Okay, so Missy Elliott is up down here. She is down here performing, honey. Let me show y'all what Missy Elliott is up down here doing. Y'all, this comes from TMZ. Missy Elliott was at Coachella performing. Look at her. She's in the whole robot outfit. This is right up Missy's alley. Like, she been doing this for like 20-something years, 30 years, and she's still good at it. Go ahead, Missy. It says right here, Missy at Coachella, talk about robots in disguise, goes full-on Transformer. Missy Elliott put on a show-stopping set at the opening night of Coachella, which included coming out as a freaking Transformer. The crowd went nuts when, where Me went from robot to superstar right before their eyes as she performed her 2019 track, Throw It Back. And in pure Missy fashion, her set was filled with pyrotechnics and eye-popping visuals that as she commanded the stage on night one. Go ahead, Missy. Look at Missy. Get it, girl. Come on now. You know what? You know who I'm tired of seeing on the internet, and they always turn the comments off on TikTok, or on Facebook Reels or whatever. Those memes of Janet performing at her concert, and they always turn the comments off. I'm like, leave the comments on, please, just one time, because I got something I want to say, y'all. Because Lord, they be having what's her name, Janet Jackson down there looking crazy as hell. I mean, for real, y'all. Lord, I know Janet just want to beat my behind right now.
I'm gonna walk away because I need to calm down because bitches in here is motherfucking trying me and I'm ready to pop the fuck off because you're gonna say and call me arrogant.
Bye, Janet. Bye, Missy. Lord. And guess what, y'all? We'll be right back.
This show is brought to you by Chris Castaneda with Mortgage Right. Tired of throwing money away on rent? Escape the cycle and start building real wealth. Chris can help you land the perfect home loan for your unique situation. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade, we'll guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. Contact Chris today to get started.
Y'all, we back. Guess what, y'all? I really want y'all to like, share, subscribe to this show. Guess what? They tripping on me down there to TikTok. They gonna tell me, oh, you got too many code violations. You get one more, we might just ban your whole channel. I'm like, everybody, y'all just come over here, because the true tea, people watch my show more on TikTok than they do over here on YouTube. But they watch more shorts on YouTube than they do. Well, I don't know about that. They watch a lot of stuff over there on TikTok. But y'all, if they do end up doing something to my show, please just come on over here, y'all. Oh, goodness. It says Los Angeles Lakers. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, guess what it's time for, y'all? It's time for Men's Gossip. Lord, y'all. It says Los Angeles Lakers last home regular season game brings out big stars. Chrissy Teigen shows us her leg. Auto slam! Again, we don't care about celebrities going to no daggone basketball game. Do you? You do? My mama's over here like, I do. I care. You want to go to the last game of the season so you can see all the stars and stuff like that, too? Mommy, you a New Yorker. You're not supposed to care about celebrities.
I care about the game.
You care about the game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. You want to see celebrities?
Yes.
I don't.
I want to see him running up and down the court.
No, not the celeb. My mama told me she want to see this. The basketball players are celebrities too, but we're not talking about them. We talking about like actors and actresses, Denzel Washington and all these kind of people, Nicki Minaj and Taylor Swift and all these people carrying on. You want to go to the game to see them, or you want to go to see the basketball game?
I want to go see the basketball
game. Okay, so like I said, my mama don't care about no darn celebrities. Bye, y'all. Y'all, Lee Elder, what is this? Oh, y'all, Lee Elder, he was the first black man to ever be inside the Masters golf tournament. I think he just recently passed, but the Masters did a fabulous video for him down here, y'all. I just played a little piece of it. Y'all watch this.
Elder is the first black American golfer to qualify for an invitation to the Masters.
I think all the first-year players think about how will I feel once I get there. Will I be able to control the nerves? When you're the first to do anything, especially a man of color. I had a lot of people behind me that certainly helped.
Though Elder shot 74-78 and missed the cut, the score was just a footnote in a much bigger story.
It was a huge achievement by him to be one of the best golfers and to be able to play in these tournaments and set the tone for the next generation and the next generation.
Lee Elder meant a lot to me because he was the first. He was the one that I looked up to, and because of what he did, I was able to play here and live my dream.
22 years after Elder blazed the trail, a 21-year-old Tiger Woods took the Masters by storm.
And the gallery is so appreciative of the fact that they're watching something very, very special.
Among those there to witness that day was Elder. Watching a black man make that triumphant walk was once something he could barely imagine.
I had a good relationship with Tiger, and I got here in time on Sunday to have a little chat with him and say, do the best that you possibly can, and good luck. What's your game today?
A rhapsody of...
Oh my goodness. Now y'all done did all of that. Now you know this was made by the Masters because they made Tiger Woods black in this thing. Lord. Now listen, did y'all see how he was hesitant to say that he spoke to Lee Elder? Did you see the hesitation on him? And y'all, I don't understand how y'all can let y'all wanted Tiger Woods be black so bad, even though he told y'all he was not black and he was never gonna be black, but y'all couldn't let Kamala Harris be black. Make it make sense. It don't make sense to me. Y'all will take Tiger Woods, somebody who don't want to be black, but you reject Kamala Harris, somebody who wants to be black. That is black. Y'all are tripping with me up down here. And I know that Tiger Woods, when he was down there doing all that stuff, he was probably like,
I'm gonna walk away because I need to calm down because bitches in here is motherfucking trying me and I'm ready to pop the fuck off. Because you're gonna say and call me arrogant and like...
Because they told his ass to go over there and eat that fried chicken and macaroni and cheese and drink that tea. One of them, I think it was the one who's responsible for the Arnold Palmer drink. He's the one that told Tiger Woods that we didn't have no fried chicken over here at the Master. And you still want to be white. Bye, Tiger Woods! And congratulations to Lee Elder, okay? Y'all, Jay Marat said he ain't finna stop doing what he doing up down here to the basketball game. He said, y'all gonna have to find me $1 billion trillion before I stop doing my thing. This is what I do when I make my shots. Y'all don't like it? Too bad. John Marat said, not ditching General Grenade Celly. That's what he's calling this move, Grenade Celly. Until somebody says something, TMZ. This comes from TMZ. It says, Moran addressed his new explosive celebration during a team shoot-around on Thursday, making it known that we shouldn't expect him to retire the grenade throw until someone says something to him. Who you want somebody to say to you, child, keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing because they don't want you making a gesture like that, but people are supporting people going around the world using that same gesture to children, okay? It says, that's my celebration now until somebody else has a problem with it, and I'll find another one, he told local reporters. Ja followed up on his word with action, making the motion later that night during the game. Teams 141-125 lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves. The 25-year-old opted for the grenade celebration after being handed a $75,000 fine for his old move, which involved pretending to use a firearm. I know what he's trying to do here. He's speaking out against what they're doing across the world to them kids over there. He says, I wasn't surprised, he said, on the penalty. Just was showing people that's pretty much been evident for the last 2 years. I just said that. He's doing this because of what's happening over there in Palestine and Israel. He's trying to show y'all that, look, y'all want to kill children, but I can't make this move right here? Nah, we ain't finna do that. It says, the league has yet to comment on Moran's new celebration, but it's hard to imagine they are thrilled with him digging in on the issue. Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith spoke out about it. About the hand gesture with Kenny saying, Ja has his history that he shouldn't be doing that. He knows what he's doing because y'all are going to keep on talking about it, Shaq said. Memphis is back on fire, back on action on Friday night. Y'all, guess what? He's speaking to something. Because you know what? People are always talking about what happened to all the Palestinian protesters and all that. They gone. What happened to them? Well, guess what? It's not that they don't care anymore because they try to blame it on Kamala Harris losing. Now they don't want to protest anymore because the protest is supposed to be fake and everything. But I actually have this story. I'm going to talk about it in a few minutes because they're hiding, basically. It's not that they don't want to protest. You're going to hear about it in just a minute. Let me see. It's coming up right after this. All right. So, bye, John Moran. Keep on doing what you're doing because you're getting traction down here. And this is what needs to be spoken about. Thank you. Y'all, it says right here, I'm going to be very insensitive right now, and I don't care. It says, bad baby. I was molested by my mom's boyfriends before Dr. Phil's show. Auto slam. We don't care. I know that sounds bad, but we don't. Bye. Again. We're not condoning what happened to you. We just don't like who's saying it, okay? Okay. Y'all, like we was just talking about with John Moran. Oh, no, not that. With John Moran, this is the reason why you don't see the Palestinian protests anymore. It's because of Marco Rubio. And I have a friend that lives in Austin that's a student, and he says that he's afraid because he was one of those Palestinian protesters, and he has dual citizenship, and he's afraid that he might get deported to Mexico. So he said he's not protesting, and he's very scared and nervous about the things that he did say. And now this is why you don't see the protesters. I'm about to tell y'all. Okay? So you don't have to wonder anymore. All right. It says State Department uses AI to revoke visas of foreign students who appear pro-Hamas. People are asking, where are all the protesters? I know where they are. They're hiding, and here's why. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is launching an AI-fueled catch and revoke effort to cancel the visas of foreign nationals who appear to support Hamas or other designated terror groups, senior State Department officials tell Axios. Yeah, this comes from Axios. Now, notice the wording that they're choosing to use in this story. They're calling it pro-Hamas people. That's not what they're doing. And nobody's pro-Hamas. Nobody. Okay, we're pro-Palestine. Protect the women and the children is what it should say, not pro-Hamas. Marco Rubio, your wording is dangerous. You need to stop that. It says why it matters. The effort, which includes AI-assisted reviews of tens of thousands of student visa holders, social media accounts, marks a dramatic escalation in the U.S. government's policing of foreign nationals' conduct and speech. So, you know, United States is supposed to be a place of free speech, right? Now they want to silence everybody. This is their way of silencing people, is by threatening to deport them. So black people, other liberals and white people, people who are natural citizens of the United States, we need to pick up the baton for them and go out there and hit these streets and protest against the genocide of these people, because that's what they're talking about. The reviews of social media accounts are particularly looking for evidence of alleged terrorist sympathies expressed after Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack on Israel, officials say. Officials plan to examine internal database to see whether any visa holders were arrested but allowed to stay in the country during the Biden administration. Child, they're even going to go back to see who was arrested during the protest, and if they was arrested, they're going to go through their social media, and this is what they're going to use to deport them. Oh, goodness.
White people,
You said it. It says they say they're also checking news reports of anti-Israel demonstrations and Jewish students, lawsuits that highlight foreign nationals allegedly engaging in anti-Semitic activity without consequence. The State Department is working with the Departments of Justice and Homeland Security in what one senior state official called a whole lot of government and a whole lot of authority approach. Oh, Lord. Y'all, listen. Y'all gonna scare the kids enough. And I want y'all kids to know this out there that have on these student visas who are afraid to protest. Go out there and protest anyway. Okay? And this is what I keep on trying to tell y'all. This is why black people did not participate in that march y'all just had the other day. Y'all ain't strong enough. We died so y'all can be able to do and say what y'all want to say in this country. And now that the ball is in your hand, you're letting Marco Rubio tell you what not to do. I bet you they won't try that with black folks. They know better. So y'all need to get some BALLS and don't be afraid to get deported. Martin Luther King died for y'all rights. Name some more people who died for these people. A lot of people been beat up and sprayed with fire hoses and dogs sicked on them and being bashed in the head at restaurants and everything just for being black. And you mean to tell me that you're afraid to go down there because you think you're going to go to some El Salvadorian prison? You're not. The Justice Department just knocked down Donald Trump being able to just deport people without due process. So this is your ticket to not be afraid anymore and go out there and protest. It says, to launch Catch and Revoke, federal officials examined 100,000 people in the student exchange visitor system since October 2023 to see if any visas had been revoked because the student had been arrested or suspended from school. Y'all can't let these people bully y'all. You have to remember this. If you go out there and stand up for what you believe in, the rest of America will come and have your back. So y'all trying to say y'all don't even trust the older people in this country? Y'all better get out there and stand up for y'all rights. And stop sitting back and letting people like this tell you that they're going to do things to you. Band together. Usually, a consular official whose office issues the visa for a foreigner makes the revocation decision once they've been alerted about arrest or a suspension. We found literally 0 visa revocations during the Biden administration, the official said, which suggests a blind eye attitude towards law enforcement. American students, y'all help y'all fellow foreign national students out there and go out there and protest with them. It says the Immigration Nationality Act of 1952 gives the Secretary of State the authority to revoke visas from foreigners and deemed to be a threat, a point Rubio made as senator 8 days after October 7th. We see people marching at our universities and in the streets of our country calling for intifada, celebrating what Hamas has done. That's not what happened, Marco Rubio. Stop capping. There those people go, Rubio said. Marco Rubio, aren't you a first-generation immigrant yourself? What are you doing? Oh, Lord. It says, Trump echoed the same sentiments on January 30th. White House fact sheet tied to an executive order aimed at anti-Semitism and pro-Hamas activity. I hate that y'all keep saying it's pro-Hamas activity. That's not what it is. That's nowhere near what it is. They trying to say that these kids are supporting terrorists. They're not supporting terrorists. They want women and children to not be killed on the street. No one's supporting Hamas. Y'all need to stop saying that. We're supporting humanity. That's what they're supporting. Humanity. Now, Benjamin Netanyahu just say he going to finish the job over there in Gaza just the other day. So y'all silencing the children so you can keep on doing what you're doing. I'm not happy with you, Marco Rubio. You're being a sucker right now. You're acting anti-American. Oh, God. Here's the big picture, y'all. It says the cumulative effect of Trump's executive orders is already having a chilling effect on student visa holders. They're starting to shy away from protests critical of Israel. I just said that. They're hiding because of Marco Rubio. This should concern all Americans. This is a First Amendment and freedom of speech issue, and the administration will overlay its hand, said Abed Awoub, head of the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee. Americans won't like this. They'll view this as capitulating and free speech rights for foreign nationals. I know I don't like it, so they're right. Now, another broken clock that's up down here that could be right twice. Oh, Lord, y'all, I had to play something from Candace Owens, child. Y'all look at what she had to say.
Never accept racial supremacy. I will never accept ethnic supremacy, even if it's black people, even if it's my own people, okay? I just won't accept it.
And we know that, Candace. That part about you, we already know. Keep going.
That's just the reality. And now we're arriving at that exact same thing happening. And it's not happening under Biden. It's not happening under Obama. It's happening under Trump, okay? And it is under the guise of fighting anti-Semitism on college campuses. And that this is an epidemic. And you've got the Human Health Secretary, RFK Jr., saying, oh, we have to declare this an epidemic. And what we're really talking about is people voicing opinions against Israel's policies on blowing up Palestinian kids. You can accept that or you cannot accept that. It is just the reality.
Child, this is the first thing. Y'all, and I got that from Reese Waters. Okay. Don't be trying to call me out. Child, Candace Owens, that's the smartest thing I heard you say in so long. Like, I can't even believe it.
Oh, man, come on, cat.
Bye, Marco Rubio. Again. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord, y'all. Y'all, I have this clip I want to play, but guess what? The last time, I'm thinking that I did try to play this clip before, and it got my page copywritten, so I'm not going to play it, y'all. All right, so let me get to this last story, child. It's Wendy. Y'all, Wendy Williams' conservatorship is back. Y'all, let me just go back and tell y'all this. Just look up on YouTube David Cross on Donald Trump. Just look that up. The video is like from 4 or 5 years ago or something like that, but it's really good. He talks about Donald Trump. He breaks him all the way down. I want y'all to go watch that. David Cross. I think if I remember, I'll put a link in the description box down below so y'all can look at it, okay? Y'all, Wendy Williams is back up in the news again, y'all. It says, and y'all, this come from Media Takeout. Y'all know what I think about Media Takeout. Oh.
But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Y'all know what I think about Media Takeout. Oh, wait. What's that? Wait. Where is Media Takeout? I mean, where's No Gossip at? Oh, my hair. Y'all know what I think about Media Takeout.
But I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Y'all, it says right here that this letter is the reason why Wendy got locked up down there to the prison in the first place. Y'all, let me read this letter to y'all. Let me show y'all what it says. Y'all see Media Takeout finally got an exclusive on something. They had to stamp their big old ugly name all over the top of the paper. Let me see. It says, the letter says, Dear Miss Schiffler. Wait, let me see. It says, according to the court records obtained by Media Takeout, a 2022 letter from Wendy psychiatrist played a major role in stripping the former daytime talk queen of her financial and personal independence. The very brief letter written by Dr. Rami Kaminsky was addressed to Lori Schiller, Wendy's financial advisor at the time. Y'all, why would he write this letter and address it to Lori Schiller? Why would he do that? Why you do that? I want to know why. Because remember, I tried to tell y'all low-key, I think Wendy did this on purpose to not have to give Kevin no money. Still, but she didn't know she was going to end up this deep down in this mess. And now she got to try to climb her way out of it. You know how when you try to plan? Because Wendy always said she was a plotter and a planner. She's always said that. I plan stuff. I plot stuff out. And now you done plotted your way right into a psychiatric ward. I'm going to stand by what I'm saying on that. Because why would this person... her psychiatrist, why would her psychiatrist write this letter to the bank? Why?
The bank.
Yeah. It says the 2-sentence note was reportedly submitted to Wells Fargo, triggering a chain of events that led to Wendy being placed under legal guardianship, one that many say cut her off from loved ones, limited her autonomy, and took full control of her finances. Yeah.
Cut her off from family?
Yes, she's in a mental facility because her psychiatrist wrote this letter to the bank. Y'all, my mom is real intrigued now. Let me read what it say up down here. It says, Mrs. Williams has been my patient for a few years now. Over the last 6 months, why he say 6 months? She's been unable to make reasonable decisions, and her insight and judgment are severely impaired. What? Yeah, why you say that? Listen.
Take us and rest rest of her money.
Well, you know they done ganged up. They said, "Oh, Wendy, you want to be stupid? Okay, we gonna gang up and steal her money at the same time while she being dumb up down there." Lord, Wendy, girl, I don't know what's wrong with you, Wendy. I love you very much. I do know that, but you know what?
Nothing wrong with her.
Ain't nothing wrong with her. She just trying to be plotatious, and the plot landed in her own lap.
Oh, man, come on, cat.
People around her is trying to use it.
They all are. And she is Wendy against everybody.
That made me mad.
I'm mad. Lord. Y'all pray that Wendy gets herself out of this mess like she got herself into it. Yeah, she does have a husband. He's the reason why one of the reasons why she ended up in this mess. Yeah. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh Lord. You know what? Y'all, guess what it's time for, y'all? It's time for Boom the Kim K Slammm. Y'all, Omarion, please stop taking all that testosterone up down there. It's turning your chest into breast. Bye. Y'all, Delta passengers, I'm gonna need y'all airport down there in Montgomery to upgrade, because what y'all doing to them people up down there is outrageous. Bye. The bond market sell off, y'all need to be very careful. Right now, I'll be watching the bond market and not the stock market, because it's about to be wild and crazy up out here, y'all. Terrence Howard, you know you never had no chance with Beyonce. Stop the cat. Nick Fuentes and Jason Whitlock, y'all are stupid. Thank you, Rashad Ritchie, for the story. Okay, Missy Elliott, girl, you stay doing the most, and I love it. I'm here for it. Bye, Missy. Bye, Missy. That's your job up there, folding clothes. Y'all, rest in power, Lee Elder. And I know Tiger Woods is super mad that the masses put him on there as a black man. Bye, Tiger Woods.
What would he be on there?
He's claimed he's not black. He say he Kamala Asian, like he's what? Asian, Kamala Asian. Don't listen. I can't explain all that right now. All right, it says nobody cares about the LA Lakers game where everybody came out. We don't care. Bye. Jay Moran, listen, keep doing what you're doing until people put their eyes on it, because you know they stopping them kids from protesting down there. Marco Rubio and his whole clan. Bye. Bad baby. Marco Rubio, what you doing to those students? You dead ass wrong for what you doing. And y'all kids, y'all need to not be scared of Marco Rubio and stand up for your rights and go out there and demonstrate your free speech. And if you get deported, so what? Stand up for something. Bye. Y'all look up that David Cross thing. And Wendy, I hope you get up out of this conservatorship that you in, y'all. I love y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna be very careful about what I'll put on TikTok from now on. I don't think I'm ever gonna upload a whole show, because every time I upload a whole show, the whole show they be like, community guidelines strike every time. So y'all know we're here on YouTube and fan base. I love y'all so much for watching. Y'all, guess what I'll be doing till next time? I'll be sitting here waiting at the door.
Sitting here waiting at the door, yeah. 1942. Sitting here waiting on you, yeah. Just waiting on you, just waiting, instead of spinning.